I traveled to 7 Asian countries, but Malaysia shocked me the most, and here is the proof. What if I told you the most underrated country in all of Asia is not Japan, not South Korea, not Singapore, and it has been hiding in plain sight the whole time? I compared Malaysia against 7 of its biggest Asian rivals across food, cost of living, safety, infrastructure, and culture. And the results broke everything I thought I knew. Stay with me, because by the end of this, you are going to see Malaysia differently. Before we get into it, just tap the like button once right now. I am building something real here, a community of people who care about honest, unfiltered country comparisons. If that matters to you, show me. Tap it. Assalamu alaikum and welcome back. Let us get into this. Here is what most travel channels get wrong. They show you the highlights, the towers, the beaches, the noodle bowls that look good on camera. Nobody compares these countries the way a real person would. Someone who cares about where their money goes, whether they feel safe walking at night, and whether the food is worth eating at 2 in the morning. That is exactly what we are doing today, and I will reveal something toward the end that genuinely surprised me, a category where Malaysia beat every single country on this list. You will not guess which one. Japan first. Gorgeous country, incredible trains, but here's the truth, it will drain your wallet fast. A basic ramen bowl in Tokyo costs 800 to 1500 yen, roughly 25 to 48 ringgit. A decent hotel in central Tokyo runs 150 to 300 US dollars per night. Now compare that to Kuala Lumpur, where a full plate of nasi lemak costs 3 to 8 ringgit. A full meal, not a snack. And the MRT in KL, you can cross the city for under 5 ringgit. Japan wins on precision. Malaysia wins on your bank account surviving the trip. South Korea? Seoul is electric. The skincare, the music, the food scene are world class. But Korea's language barrier hits hard the moment you leave the tourist zones. A mid-range meal runs 10,000 to 20,000 Korean won, roughly 33 to 66 ringgit. Malaysia gives you Malay, Chinese, Indian, and everything in between. All on the same street, all available at 3 a.m., all affordable. That diversity is not an accident. It is the infrastructure of Malaysian daily life. Singapore. It is clean, efficient, and safe enough that people leave laptops on cafe tables to reserve seats. But you pay for every single convenience. A hawker center meal, the budget option, starts at 5 to 8 Singapore dollars, which is 17 to 28 ringgit. Monthly rent in central Singapore averages 3,000 to 4,500 SG. Malaysia gives you that same hawker culture, actually the same dishes, arguably better versions, at a fraction of the price. You can eat like royalty in Penang for under 20 ringgit a day. Thailand surprised me going in. Bangkok has incredible energy and street food that is genuinely competitive. Pad Thai from a cart costs around 6 to 9 ringgit. But infrastructure outside Bangkok drops sharply. Internet in rural areas is inconsistent. Healthcare access outside major cities is limited. Malaysia, even in second-tier cities like Ipoh and Kuching, maintains infrastructure that Thailand simply cannot match outside its capital. That matters if you're thinking about living there, not just visiting. Vietnam is one of the fastest-growing economies in Asia right now. A bowl of pho costs roughly 5 to 11 ringgit, extremely affordable. But traffic in Hanoi is a trust exercise with motorbikes. Internet speeds in Vietnam average around 60 to 80 Mbps. Malaysia averages above 100 in most urban areas, with fiber widely available across the Klang Valley. Vietnam is rising fast. Malaysia is already there. The Philippines has some of the most stunning landscapes on the planet. The people are warm, and English is nearly universal. But infrastructure challenges are real. Power outages in provinces are common, and Metro Manila traffic is brutal. Malaysia, with Port Klang being one of the busiest ports in the world, has supply chains and infrastructure that make everyday life significantly smoother. Indonesia, the largest economy in Southeast Asia. Jakarta is a powerhouse, but its congestion is almost mythical. Average traffic speeds have been recorded as low as 10 kilometers per hour during peak hours. The government literally moved the capital because Jakarta was running out of room. Meanwhile, Malaysia's integrated rail system, MRT, LRT, monorail, KTM, ERL, connects the whole city. Getting from KLA to KL Central takes 28 minutes. Bali is paradise, but Bali is not Indonesia's reality. Malaysia's reality is already close to its highlight reel. Now here's the moment I promised you. The category where Malaysia beat every single country on this list. Healthcare. A government hospital visit in Malaysia costs as little as 1 ringgit for registration. Private hospitals like Gleneagles and Sunway Medical offer international standard care at a fraction of what you pay in Singapore or Japan. Medical tourism to Malaysia keeps growing because the quality to cost ratio is simply unmatched in this region. Japan has excellent healthcare, but it is expensive for non-residents. Singapore's private care is world-class, but premiums are steep. Malaysia sits at this perfect intersection of quality and affordability that nobody talks about enough. So who wins? Honestly, it depends on what you are optimizing for. Japan wins on precision, Korea wins on culture and nightlife. Singapore wins on safety and efficiency. But if you want a country where your money stretches, your food never disappoints, your infrastructure works, you can see a doctor without financial panic, and you can eat 4 different cuisines before noon, Malaysia is the answer. That is not bias. That is the data talking. Malaysia is not perfect, the heat is real, KL traffic exists, but on the metrics that actually shape daily life, affordability, food diversity, healthcare value, and cultural richness, Malaysia does not just compete with its neighbors. It quietly wins. And most people never see it because they are too busy looking at the flashier options. If this video shifted how you see Malaysia even slightly, share it with someone who still thinks Singapore or Japan is the obvious answer. Subscribe for more honest country comparisons, no sugarcoating, just real numbers and real talk. Comment below which country surprised you most today. I read every single one. See you in the next one.